The next few weeks at school feel both different and the same. With the knowledge that Daisuke is also Velden, his interactions with Erlen have changed. He's more direct and is careful not to act too familiar towards her. Even though she's stuck here, Erlen is still a Velden princess and Daisuke respects that. Mina was shocked to learn of Daisuke's true heritage, but Kira remained calm after hearing the news. Both agreed it was strange that he never mentioned it before, but are hopeful he'll help Erlen find a way home. Following the news about Daisuke, Erlen shared another surprise. We now have a new member of our household, a little corgi. Erlen, along with the rest of the student council, volunteered together at an animal shelter to support an adoption event. The corgi bonded instantly with Erlen and didn't want her to leave. Since Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime have always wanted a dog, fostering the pup was an easy decision. It's a lot noisier around the house now, but her cuteness makes up for it. So that's your explanation for why Denna is still here. With a wide yawn, I push myself out of bed. We've had a short week at school as everyone prepares for the upcoming holiday, Family Day. It's a special day that gives families a break from their busy schedules so they can unite and spend quality time together. Matsukaze takes the holiday seriously, and the community puts on lots of events that people of all ages can enjoy. The celebration spans the entire weekend, although the actual holiday is observed on the following Monday. I hurry up and get ready. Today is the last day of school before the break. Kira invited all of us to spend the weekend at her family's beach house, and I can't wait. With the weather getting colder, it'll be nice to squeeze in a final few days of warmth and sunshine. Speaking of which, it's like 50 degrees outside right now, so put that into context. Plus, Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime were happy to let us go as long as we'd be back in time for Family Day. After getting dressed, I pack my bag and head downstairs to an empty kitchen. The girls must have already gone to school. Glancing at the clock, I grab a roll and shove it into my mouth. I need to get going before I'm late. I quickly sling my bag over my shoulder and put on my shoes before heading out the door. The walk to school goes by smoothly as I simultaneously power walk and eat. Soon I'm rolling through the school gates and weaving through the courtyard. Students line the halls, I filter into the classroom and sit by my friends.
Hey, man!
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just plans for the best weekend ever.
He flashes me a grin, which I match. Beach vacation?
That's right!
Mina turns to Kira.
Are you sure it's okay for all of us to stay at your beach house?
Kira nods.
My parents are happy that someone will be staying there. Otherwise, it'll just be empty.
An empty house is really sad.
But it's still a tax write-off.
Exactly. It would be ruder for us not to go.
That's a valid point.
Kira nods.
Meet at my house tomorrow morning and we can travel together. The beach house can be a bit tricky to find.
Okay, sounds good.
Kosei sighs happily.
It's been so long since I've been at the beach. I know what I'm most looking forward to.
Me too. He shoots me a knowing look.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That depends. Are you thinking about... Where's the barbecue option? All the beautiful, bouncing babes in bikinis. A faraway, dreamy look is in his eyes.
Always.
The most marvelous view awaits us.
And the beach will be nice too.
A contented sigh escapes me. I glance at Kira and wonder how she'd look in a bikini. Bet she looks so cute in anything she chooses with her delicate curves. Misato enters the classroom, interrupting our discussion.
Good morning, class. I know it's the last day before the holiday weekend, but please pay attention. We have a lot to cover.
As we all quiet down and return to our seats, Misato writes on the board.
Please open your textbooks and we'll begin the lesson.
The day passes by in a blur. Misato wasn't keen when she said we had a lot to cover. My head is full from everything we learned today. As soon as we're dismissed, everyone jumps out of their seats and packs up. I throw all my things in my bag and sling it over my shoulder. Time to go to my club meeting. Hurrying out of the classroom, I make my way to the club room. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. When I arrive, I spot a few of my clubmates already in their gi and hakama. They're warming up on one side of the room. For a moment, I panic. Oh no, am I super late? I see Wrixne and Odessa chatting on the other side of the room and I relax. Never mind, I'm not late. Guess those guys are just getting a head start. As usual, show is not here yet. May as well change our start time with how often he's late. While I wait for him, I join Wrixne and Odessa. Hey guys.
Hey!
Hi.
I'm excited for our meeting today. Odessa nods.
Me too.
I'm excited that you're both excited. Kendo means a lot to me, and I'm glad to have found like-minded people.
And show. What got you into kendo?
it's a little embarrassing.
He rubs the back of his head, smiling sheepishly.
We won't judge you.
Because we already have. As he looks at Odessa's smile, he slowly relaxes.
When I was younger, I used to love medieval knights. I wanted to be one so badly when I grew up, but obviously that's not a real thing in this day and age. Kendo reminds me of what I like so much about the knighthood. It's rooted in honor and tradition, and also cultivates one's body and spirit through physical training.
That's really beautiful.
Wrixne's smile broadens, and I notice a pink dusting in his cheeks.
You think so?
She nods.
Maybe a Wrixne in an alternate world was able to become a knight.
Crystalline reference. That sounds pretty accurate to me.
I hope so. I think you'd make a legendary hero.
Crystalline reference.
That's very high praise.
Odessa turns away, but not before I see a blush in her cheeks. Seems like blushing's contagious.
What about you? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I'd like to be a teacher at a university.
That would be perfect for you.
Really?
He nods, then looks thoughtful.
Professor Odessa. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
I don't remember if there was an Odessa in Crystalline or not. Yeah, it does. She giggles.
Maybe in your alternate world there's a Professor Odessa too.
There might be, I don't really remember.
If there is, I bet she's just as legendary a hero as the Knight Wrixne.
I should probably go look at that thumbnail and see if she's there.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Odessa is startled by the earnestness in Wrixne's voice. She quickly looks away, her face turning a bright red. I look back and forth between the two. Why do I suddenly feel like the third wheel? Just as I'm considering excusing myself from the conversation, Wrixne abruptly turns to me.
We haven't heard from you yet. What are your future goals?
Survive.
Yes, I'm curious too.
So, these are all references to the other games. The original Ace Academy, Kendo Crush, Ace Academy, and then Crystalline. And if you've seen the channel long enough, you could see this coming from a mile away. I'm hopeful for giant mechas. Why didn't it register my click? I'm pretty hopeful that there will be giant mechs in the future and we can pilot them for recreational sport.
That sounds like something Sho would also enjoy.
We'd probably be on the same team in that future, too. Hopefully not.
I believe it.
Suddenly, Sho bursts into the club room.
Sorry I'm late!
He drops his stuff and hurries to get ready.
My girlfriend was about to go all yandere on me from a misunderstanding, so I had to stay and calm her down.
So there's your, crud, what's her name? Mayu? Yeah, I think it was Mayu. That's a reference to her and how a lot of people are kind of creeped out on her, and a lot of the CGs I posted really did not help the case there.
What?
We exchange concerned glances. That doesn't sound good. Is everything okay?
Yeah, for now.
That doesn't sound any less concerning. While Sho gets changed, Wrixne starts the club meeting, and we all begin practicing. I can tell I've improved a lot since I started in the club, and it encourages me to do my best. Once our club meeting is finished, I help clean up and then I leave the room. I'm still looking for that CG. Back in the hallway, I run into Erilyn. Hey, Erilyn.
Oh, hello.
Are you heading home now? We can walk together.
In a moment. I have one last task I need to finish up. Would you like to come with me? It won't take long.
I do not have that thumbnail saved. Sure. I follow her down the hall, wondering where she's headed.
Erilyn!
We pause as Daisuke catches up.
Hello, Daisuke.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, I need to see about the Odessa character. She might be. I'm trying. Like, I looked through my thumbnails that I used for the game, Crystalline. Never used that, so I don't have any of it saved. Just doing a Google search for Crystalline doesn't even come up with Crystalline. Oh man. Crazy, crazy times. Anyway, let's just focus on this before I take too long. He offers me a smile.
And I'm glad I caught you two. Do you have plans for the holiday weekend?
Yeah, we're going to spend the weekend at the beach.
Oh, that sounds like it'll be a good time.
Yes, but you're still not invited.
Did you need us for something?
I may have a lead on something that could help us get home and was planning to track it this weekend.
Erilyn becomes alert, her expression turning serious. This is the first news we've had regarding the investigation in a while.
What sort of lead?
I'm not entirely sure, but there might be someone at the shrine who's worth talking to.
I've gone down that road before. Daisuke nods.
Yeah, I know. But it can't hurt to check it out.
Did you want us to join you?
He shakes his head.
No, go to the beach and have fun. I don't know if this will pan out, and if it leads to a dead end, I'd feel awful if you missed your plans for it.
If it has to do with Veldin, then perhaps it would be best if I were there.
No, really. I've got it covered. It'll be a lot of waiting around, and we might not even find anyone.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. I'll keep you updated. I just figured I'd keep you in the loop.
Erilyn hesitates, then nods.
In that case, tell me as soon as you find something.
I will.
He flashes us one last smile.
Alright, I better get going. Have a nice holiday.
He waves before disappearing down the hall. Erilyn sets off again, continuing her travel, and I hurry to catch up. Seems like she's unconcerned about what Daisuke shared. Are you worried at all about what Daisuke will or won't find?
I'm unsure.
What do you mean?
We've tried investigating the shrine in the past, and it's led us nowhere. Maybe Daisuke will have more luck, but a part of me wonders if he's needlessly spinning his wheels.
We'll let him do what he wants. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. If he wants to pursue it, then so be it. She nods.
Either way, there's no use dwelling on it, especially when I still have work to do.
Right, that last errand you have to run. Where are we going again?
Here.
She pauses in front of the music room. Huh, never been here before. Instruments are tucked neatly in their cases as chairs and music stands fill the space. In one corner stands a large decorated harp, while the other corner sits a piano. A girl with curly ginger hair plays a simple melody, her fingers dancing across the ivory keys. She's slender with striking blue eyes and freckled pale skin. Soon as she notices us, she stands up, chopping the melody short.
Oh, Erilyn! Sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
Hello, Maisie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
The girl shakes her head.
It's okay. You weren't interrupting.
I'm glad to hear that. I just came to make sure the harp that was ordered for the music club's showcase arrived.
She glances at the unmistakable harp in the corner.
And it looks like it did.
Looks like her club wasn't the only one that benefited from Erilyn's club funding initiative.
Yes, and I'm actually really happy that you're here.
Oh, was there something you wanted to discuss?
Maisie nods, tucking a lock of her hair behind her ear.
Yes, sort of. I wanted to thank you in person for everything you did for me in the club. I'm really grateful you were able to secure us a harp. Thank you for your hard work.
Erilyn blinks in surprise before a blush stains her cheeks.
You don't have to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Even so, I know it wasn't easy to get.
She hesitates.
Would you like to hear a song?
I'd love to.
With a broad smile, Maisie settles herself at the harp and delicately plucks a few chords. After a quick warm-up of the instrument, she takes a deep breath, then she begins. The music flows through her fingers in an ethereal melody. Each chord rings loud and clear, waterfalling into harmonies. It's soothing, relaxing, and warms the soul. As the last chord fades away, Erilyn and I break out into applause.
That was magnificent, Maisie.
Yeah, you were amazing.
You really think so? Thank you.
She beams brightly, her eyes sparkling. How long have you been playing the harp?
Just today.
My jaw drops. Seriously?
Yeah, I played both the violin and piano growing up, but I've always loved the sound of the harp. I watched a lot of videos to prepare, but I can tell I still need a lot of practice.
Never would have guessed. You sounded like a professional. Erilyn nods.
Yes, you're incredibly talented, and I'm confident that you'll put that harp to good use.
Maisie's face lights up.
Thank you. I'm really excited to perform at the showcase. I hope you'll both come and listen.
We'd love to.
Definitely.
But for now, we'll let you practice in peace.
After saying goodbye, Erilyn and I leave the room. I can hear the faint echo of music as we walk down the hall. Soon we leave the school and make our way home. I'm impressed by Erilyn. When she first joined the student council, I never expected her to take her role seriously. But seems like she really does want to make a school a better environment for the students. Looks like you've been helping a lot of the clubs out. She makes it sound so simple, but I know it must have taken a lot of research and analysis to prove the funding was necessary. I feel like you're downplaying how much you helped in making things happen.
It was certainly challenging at times, but a lot of clubs were depending on me. I couldn't just let my subjects down.
Spoken like a true leader. She smirks.
It took you long enough to see it.
Erilyn has naturally fallen into that leadership role. Wonder how much of that sense of duty is something she learned from Velda, and how much of it is because she's grown accustomed to living here. Finally, we see the house in the distance. When we return home, the family is in the living room.
Welcome home, you two.
Are you all packed up for your trip?
I still have a few things to pack.
Same here. Mina grins from her spot on the couch.
I'm all done. I got a head start for once.
Well, I'm sure you'll all have a lot of fun. The sunshine will feel so nice.
I know. I'm really excited.
Uncle Hajime nods.
Yes, you'll have a great time. Just don't forget to be home in time for Family Day.
For what again?
Don't worry, Dad. Of course we'll be back.
Say what now? Yep, everyone's gonna be home by then. Erilyn hesitates, but Aunt Emiko offers her a smile.
That includes you too, Erilyn. Family Day won't be complete without you.
Erilyn softens into a smile.
I look forward to celebrating.
After a nod, Aunt Emiko checks the time.
Okay. Hajime and I need to return to the bakery.
I'm gonna finish packing then.
As will I.
Mina looks around at all of us departing.
Oh, everyone's leaving? Well, I have plans too.
Yeah? What are your plans?
It's a secret.
That means you have no plans. I scoff. Nice try. You didn't want to sit here all alone, so you're pretending to have plans. Mina's face flushes bright red.
No, that's not it at all. I totally have plans. In fact, I'm going to them right now.
You seriously expect us to believe that, after all the times you lied about having friends? She marches towards the stairs. Your plan is to go to your room?
Yes.
I grin.
Shut up.
Erilyn is already halfway up the stairs by the time Mina and I are done talking. I hurry upstairs and split off into my room. Let's see, what do I need for the beach? Gather my swimsuit and towel, because you know how important knowing where your towel is. And then throw in a bottle of sunscreen and other essentials. Next, I grab extra changes of clothes and shoes. Shuffling around the room, I pull out what I need and toss them into my bag. Finally, I'm done. I take one last look around and then zip up my luggage. That went faster than I anticipated. Still have the evening to spend as I wish. Maybe someone will be free to hang out. So tempting. I dial Kira's number and she quickly answers.
Hello?
Hey, Kira.
Oh, hi.
She sounds weirdly out of breath. Are you okay?
I think so.
You think?
My parents shipped me a new TV, but the delivery arrived while I was at school. I'm trying to carry the box inside.
By yourself?
Yes.
The last TV in Kira's house is already pretty big, and knowing her parents, they'd surely replace it with an even bigger one. No wonder she's struggling to move it on her own. Do you need any help moving it? She hesitates.
That would be really appreciated.
I chuckle. Alright, I'll be there in a few.
Okay.
After we say goodbye, I hang up and get ready to leave. Then I slip on my shoes and exit the house. She smiles as I approach.
Hi.
Hey,
Thanks for coming to help.
no problem. Beside her is a box that's almost as tall as she is. Wow, you're trying to move this yourself? She nods.
I was okay until I reached the steps.
I glance at the small steps leading up to her front door. This is definitely a two-person job. Yeah, I can see that. Let's get this moved then. With a nod, Kira grabs one side of the box and I lift the other. Carefully, we squeeze through the front door and gently place it down in the living room. We rip open the packaging and remove it from the box. Next, I help Kira move out her old TV before we lift the new one to take its place. Once the TV is secured, we both collapse onto the couch. Glad that's done. Kira nods as she catches her breath.
Thank you for your help.
No problem. Looks great. She nods. Should we turn it on and make sure it works?
Good idea.
After hooking everything up, Kira plugs the TV in and it blinks on. So far, so good. She finishes setting up her accounts and the screen turns gray while it updates. Guess there's nothing left to do but wait. Should I stay or should I go? I came over to help, and it seems like she's got it handled from here. I sneak a glance at Kira and catch her staring at me. She quickly looks away and I dart my gaze to the floor. Can't believe she caught me looking at her. Something white catches my eye. Hey, Kira? There's a card here addressed to you. Must have fallen out when we were moving stuff around.
Oh,
She sounds indifferent, but pats over and sits by me, opening the card.
it's from my parents.
That's nice. What's it say?
Nothing surprising. They can't make family day.
Spend it with us. Kira's parents are not doing her right by canceling like this. Luckily, she still has me. Don't worry about your family. You don't need them because you have me. She blinks. I'll be all the family you ever need. We can spend the day together, just the two of us. I flash her a winning grin. A whole day with Kira sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. I imagine all the things that we could get up to, like making our own family.
But what about your family? Won't they be upset?
They won't even notice I'm gone, don't worry. Oh, for a second I'd forgotten about them. Kira shakes her head.
Don't worry about me. I'm used to it. They've canceled family day in previous years too. Truth be told, I was just waiting for the card to show up, and as expected, here it is.
That really sucks.
I think it's harder for my brother.
I blink. You have a brother? She nods and shows me the second card that was hidden in the envelope. In scribbled, uncertain handwriting are the words Happy Family Day. It's signed with a heart that says Tomo. Can't believe I've known Kira for this long and had no idea she has a sibling. Didn't know you have a brother. You never mentioned him.
He's a lot younger.
How old is he?
4.
That's a cute age. You have a picture? She nods and digs on her phone. After scrolling through, she shows me a picture of a tiny Japanese boy. His black hair hangs over his eyes and he smiles brightly, exposing a missing front tooth. I notice immediately that he looks a lot like his parents, but not much like Kira at all. Looks a lot like your mom.
Yes, he would since they had him.
I mean, I see some resemblance with you and your... I hesitate. She doesn't look like her parents at all.
I was adopted when I was 10 years old.
Oh, I see. I'm surprised I didn't notice it when I first met her parents, but the photo she just shared makes it quite obvious. It explains her exotic features and why she doesn't look like the rest of her family. This news is really personal, and I can't tell if it's something she talks about often. I appreciate that she trusts me enough to open up. That must have been a big change for you. She nods.
It was very different from the orphanage. I traveled a lot with my parents. They were always attending press conferences or business meetings, and I would go to all of them. I got used to having cameras in my face and seeing myself in magazines. I thought this was what normal life was supposed to be. Then Tomo was born and the traveling stopped. My parents were busy with the baby, and I was old enough to go to boarding school, so I didn't see my family very much.
Boarding school must have been a big shock for you since you were no longer around your family. Kira pauses thinking.
It wasn't that different, actually.
Oh?
Even though I was with my parents, I didn't spend much time with them. They were always being interviewed or hosting events. When we were home, they were still working, and I spent most of my time with the nanny. It just felt like I traded nannies for teachers at boarding school.
Kira's home life is a lot more isolating than I realized. I can understand it a little bit, since my mom and dad travel a lot. Uncle Hajime and Aunt Emiko act like my second parents, but we both know that even if they discipline me, they aren't my parents. I'm sure that's how Kira feels with her nannies, too. The difference is that when my parents return, they always go out of their way to make up for lost time with me before they leave again. It breaks my heart that Kira doesn't have that bond. How about your brother? Are you close with him?
I try to be, but I was away at boarding school, and now I'm here in Matsukaze. He goes to preschool, and then the nannies take him to all of his accelerated learning programs. He hardly sees my parents either. But when I'm home, I make sure to spend time with him.
It almost seems like your parents are too busy to have kids. Kira nods, her expression turning serious.
They are. And I wish they'd see that what they're doing is unfair. What could be more important than your own family? And now they're raising Tomo the same way they raised me. At least I was old enough to handle what was happening. Having a family is better than not having one. But Tomo is so young. He doesn't understand.
Kira pauses, lowering her gaze.
But everywhere I went, everyone always talked about how lucky I was to be an Igarashi. I know that my parents provide for us, and I'm very grateful for everything they've given me. I overhear others who are jealous of all the cool gadgets and latest tech that I have, but they don't realize that what they have with their families is worth more than anything money can buy.
She trails off, turning away. My heart aches for Kira and her brother. I can tell Kira tries her best to be strong, but it's hard not to let these things get to her. Family doesn't just have to be your parents. Family can be whoever you choose them to be. Your family chose you to be part of them, but they're not the only ones who have chosen you. She blinks.
Who else is there?
Me. You can find me whenever you want, and I'll be happy to spend quality time with you. She nods, a smile forming on her lips. Besides, you also have Tomo, and he has you, a big sister who will give him lots of hugs, and who will definitely tease him about girls when he's older. Kira blinks and then giggles.
That's true. Tomo will always have me to be there for him.
Where's your flea bag, anyway? She gives me a genuine smile, and I can tell her mood seems lifted.
Thanks.
For what?
For listening.
That's what I'm here for. We hear a ding, and I look up to see the TV has finished updating. Hey, your TV is ready.
Yeah.
She reaches for the remote before she grabs it. The TV screen shifts. Setup complete. Netflix automatically opens up and scrolls through her list of suggested movies. Every single film has a pink or pastel background with a heart somewhere in the corner and a smiling man and woman. That can only mean... that's a lot of romantic comedies. She snatches the remote and turns off the TV, but as she catches my gaze, her face burns red.
Is it weird?
Yes. Girls like those shows. Nope, a lot of girls like those shows. Just proves you're like every other girl. Kira pauses.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I see.
I'm not sure that helped her feel any less embarrassed. To be honest, there's nothing you could do to make her feel less embarrassed there. Anyway, it looks like your TV is working. She nods. It's getting kind of late now, though, so I should probably head back.
Okay.
Kira pushes herself to her feet and walks me to the door.
Thank you for all of your help today.
No problem. I'm glad I could be here. Don't hesitate to let me know if I can help again. She smiles softly.
I won't.
See you tomorrow, then. She nods. We say goodbye, and then I begin my journey home. I learned a lot about Kira today. Some of it was more serious than others, but all of it makes me feel that much closer to her. This is probably one of the first times she's allowed herself to be supported by someone else, and I hope that I'll have more opportunities to be there for her in the future. Soon I arrive back home. After taking off my shoes, I head upstairs and go back to my room to relax. I relax for a little bit, trying to decide what I want to do before bed, but a noise in the hallway distracts me. As I poke my head into the hall, it sounds like the noise is coming from Mina's room. Wonder what she's up to. I go down the hall and see that her door is open. Mina hovers at her desk, fiddling with a webcam. Hey. She turns around and grins.
Oh, hey guys.
As I enter, I see Kosei leaning on the other side of the desk.
My man! Glad to see you're finally available.
Kosei, when did you get here?
Oh, he came over a little bit ago.
I see.
Rumor around the office is that you went to spend some quality one-on-one time with Miss Igarashi.
You don't have an office. It was nothing like that. She just needed help moving something. Kosei grins. I hate that I know exactly what he's thinking. Really, dude?
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, what are you guys up to?
Setting all this stuff up. I tried to do it on my own, but it's way more complicated than it looks. Since you were busy, I called Kosei for help.
Setting up what?
Mina's streaming station!
He motions to the webcam. Beside it is a microphone with an attached improvised boom arm. Is my innocent cousin becoming a cam girl? Bruh, why are you helping Mina become a cam girl? That's messed up.
Bruh, why are you assuming Mina did this to become a cam girl? That's messed up.
Okay, first of all, ew. Second, why do you know what a cam girl is?
This is not looking good. Kosei crosses his arms and glares suspiciously at Mina.
The better question is, why do you know what a cam girl is?
Mina blinks and then coughs.
Moving on.
Well, we can ask Kosei why he knows. I actually did a good job with the setup. Mina must be taking this seriously. So what prompted you to do all this?
Hina from my swim team is going abroad for a couple of weeks, so we all decided it would be fun to keep in touch by streaming party games together.
That's a smart idea. She nods.
Besides, it's always nice to try something new, and streaming looks like a lot of fun.
Can't argue with you there. Can't argue with you there. I think the funniest thing I saw was that one guy who programmed a chair you can sit on. He apparently designed a surgery robot that's a pretty generous name for it. Programmed a chair you couldn't sit on? If that's a reference that went over my head, I don't know. Mina giggles.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that guy is hilarious. And obviously really smart to make all of that, and kind of a cutie too. Honestly, he's pretty much the whole package if you ask me.
I'm not in agreement. She speaks the truth.
If we're talking about the best streamers, let me present to you my favorite.
Kosei opens up a Twitch browser and navigates to a girl playing the new Pongo Pals game.
And then we block the attack and get ready for a counter. Just have to be a little careful with the timing and...
We watch her perfectly time the on-screen actions before the word victory flashes across the screen.
We did it! We finally got the last Pongo for this map. Thank you, chat, for believing in me. Uwu. Make sure to use your Twitch Prime sub.
Isn't she just the cutest?
Mina looks unimpressed.
Really, Kosei? Are you seriously falling for that?
What are you talking about?
Thank you, chat, for believing in me. Come on. The overly cute Ayaya personality and the fake voice.
Well, Mina, when did you become such a hater? What do you mean fake voice?
She's trying so hard to sound like an anime girl. Newsflash, you're not voicing a 15-year-old high school anime character in a slice-of-life visual novel. Jeez.
That was oddly specific.
Mina, think about it. Do you seriously think she can keep that fake voice and act up for hours on end, day after day?
Well, I convinced people that I can pay attention, so it's possible. She crosses her arms.
You'd be surprised.
And you're totally wrong.
They glare at each other, now they're willing to back down. Finally, they turn to me.
What do you think, cuz?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. No comment.
That's a cop-out answer.
No comment.
Really, dude?
No comment. That didn't seem to help change either of their minds. They continue to stare daggers at each other. With the way this is going, I think it may be in my best interest to remove myself from the situation. Before I can think up a convenient excuse, Kosei's phone beeps an alert. Checks his messages and blinks in surprise.
Oh man, I didn't realize how late it's gotten. I need to head back.
I glance at the time. It really is late. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We've got an early start tomorrow. That seems to perk Mina right up. Forgetting her disagreement, Mina's face brightens into a broad smile.
Oh, that's right! Tomorrow is the first day of our super fun beach holiday.
Oh yeah, I'm so ready for it.
Same here.
Don't forget, we're meeting in front of Kira's house first thing in the morning.
Kosei nods.
I better get going so I can get a good night's sleep. You've got to make sure we're well rested and energized for the beach.
Totally. Me too.
Mina and I walk Kosei to the door and say our final goodbyes. After he leaves, Mina turns to me.
I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Good night. I follow her upstairs and head to my room. That could have gone badly, but thankfully we have the beach to keep us all in a happy mood. I do one last check to make sure I have everything I need, and then I prepare for bed. As I curl up under the blankets, I try to quiet my excitement. Eventually, I drift off to sleep.